caring about your community. This tonight, instead of saying, oh, fuck it, nobody paid for tickets tonight, it's not like anybody really lost anything, Maxwell and I were upset. We wanted to come through. We didn't want people to schlep over here today and just for a meetup. That's not what was presented to you. So we went fucking outside, and now we're going to crush a keto for you. Let me tell you what one of the things that's going through my mind. A lot of people are talking about the economy, how it blows, how it sucks, how people are scared, people aren't spending cash, all that bullshit. Fundamentally, to me, what's going to happen over the next 24 months is going to be the biggest opportunity in our space created. I'm going to tell you why. Social media, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, is mature.
That's correct. It's
still a baby, but it's more mature than people realize. It's definitely a baby, but it's mature. Like a baby with a mustache, right? So, what you have to understand is this. Major companies, a lot of companies, are not going to spend money in social media right now. They're scared, they're cutting, and the first thing they're going to cut is things they don't understand. And so they're going to cut some social media opportunities, which is going to hurt some of your businesses because your business is built on advertising. I understand. However, what you need to understand is the fact that these major corporations, that they're not jumping into this space head first, is the single biggest opportunity for you, whether you're a content provider, whether you're looking to monetize, whether you're a middleman trying to broker deals. The longer the people that already have established relationships in the market stay away from this zone, from this kind of product, the more opportunity you have in gaining brand equity. Had the Wine Spectator or Robert Parker or the Wall Street Journal jumped into online video when I did, there's a very good chance that I would have not had the ability to gain all the momentum I did with all the wine people in the space. But because they kept to the sidelines, that allowed me to grow bigger, stronger, and more powerful. It's kind of like Yelp. How many people here in this crowd know what Yelp is? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yelp, in a 36-month period, has substantially dent and hurt the Zagat brand. How many people here know what Zagat is? Raise your hand.
I do.
Zagat now is playing catch-up. A 25-year-old business, $50-60 million business, playing catch-up. What you have to understand is that the internet fundamentally has changed the barrier of entry to compete with companies. The cost now to build a business is your time, not your pocketbook. Because the gatekeepers, the newspaper, the radio, the producers, because they're not in control anymore. Because a clown like me can put a camera in his office in New Jersey, start drinking wine, and build brand equity, and nobody could stop me? Nobody? That's a major, major shift in what's going on. Advertisers that are not coming to your space yet and are not getting it will come. Because advertisers are very simple. Brands are very simple. They go where eyeballs go, right? And the eyeballs, my friends, are shifting. As a matter of fact, I was in a taxi cab just now and I'm told the phone number. I want to buy ad revenue. I want to buy Wine Library TV episodes in the taxi cabs because that's a captive audience. You've got to start thinking differently. People are not watching television the way they used to. And on top of that, the way content is going to be distributed through television has already changed. If you don't see what's going on with Apple TV and what's going to happen with this TiVo, Netflix deal, and what's going on with VID00016, and Time Warner, Comcast, in 24 months, you're going to go to channel 999 on Comcast and search any content you want on the internet and watch it on your television. And that's when shit changes. That's when content will change and you'll be able to monetize. The problem is everybody that's standing here right now and all the people I speak to all the time and talk to on an everyday basis have the same fundamental fucking flaw. They're not patient. Everybody here wants shit to happen now. Shit's not going to happen now. So what you need to do is take advantage and hustle and build equity and build opportunity. How many people here own their name.com? Raise your hand.
What do you mean by own their name?
GaryVaynerchuk.com. Raise your hand if you own that for your name.com.
Should I go out and do it?
If you don't, that is a massive mistake.
Okay.
Go and find it.
If you're Jim Smith, you're fucked, but I mean...
Jim Smith, you're fucked. Gary Vaynerchuk finally paid off. To me, I'm fucking pumped. I'm pumped because so much good shit's about to happen, and everybody in our space is crying that Main Street doesn't get us. That you're spending all your time trying to convince your friends to sign up on Twitter and tell them why it's important, why it works. That is the biggest waste of fucking time on earth. Who gives a shit if they don't know about Twitter or if a company doesn't? That should be your motherfucking secret. That's your secret. Keep killing that. I didn't go around telling people, oh, this is what I'm doing. This. When I launched WineLibrary.com in 1997, every wine store in America was making fun of me because they thought the only things I was selling online were Opus One and Silver Oak and all these hard-to-get items. Because why would Sally on 53rd ever go to WineLibrary.com and pick up Santa Margarita when she could pick it up next door? But what I realized then, because I got in the orders, was people like convenience, word of mouth. Everything's different. Culture's different. People are different. And so that's the same thing. Everybody's going to use Twitter. Whether Twitter is Facebook or whether Twitter is Friendster and there's going to be another product that comes out, tweaks it, does it slightly better, the general concept of tweeting out and all that shit or texting on a big level is here to stay. It's going nowhere. Just look at the early adapters, how addicted to it and how often they use it. All right, a couple other things. Stop crying. There's so many people crying about something, making fun of somebody else, thinking things suck, worried about this. There is so much fundamental opportunity. If you're trying to make a business model, let me tell you what you need to do. Whatever your niche is, whatever your subject matter is, go out and take your money. And here's what I mean by that. If you've got a niche website, you've got to go to Google. How many people here have heard of Google? You've got to go to Google and you've got to type in the name or the keywords in your space. For me, that would be wine. And then it would be Cabernet, Chateau Margaux, things like that. Any company that has a box on the right side spends money. Click that fucking ad, find the phone number, and call them and convince those people why your traffic that is so focused and on point to that subject matter is more valuable to them than buying a fucking stupid Yellow Pages ad. It's there. You just got to take it.
Wow.
There's so much opportunity. The time is now. Anybody who looks at a 17, how many people here have a brother or sister or somebody they're very close to that is of the age of 14 to 18? Raise your hand. Watch those fuckers. They're the ones that are going to tell you what's going to happen. It is clear as day that they are not going to be watching television. And I promise you one thing, advertisers are not going to be spending $80,000 for a full-page ad in Sports fucking Illustrated. There's no value in that. And they're realizing that, and they're going to shift, and they're going to put their money elsewhere. And no matter what you do, you need to position yourself to be in that. Whether you're a content provider or a middleman or doing the buying for a product, and start talking about it. A lot of you work for companies. When I consult for companies, I get a lot of the same shit. Yeah, but I have a muzzle. I'm not allowed to tweet for my product. There's too much red tape. Whatever you do for your own brand, because if you don't say anything, then nobody knows you're thinking it. Communicate your thoughts on our space. Because when the people above you get fired because they suck and they didn't use this and they're going to lose, make sure the new people coming in have some content that you saw it, you just couldn't make it happen. It's a huge thing for people to do on a corporate level. But I really didn't want to talk that much. I want to do a lot of Q&A. I'll stand here until there's no more questions left. Please ask me any question. If it's about social media, wine, the New York Jets, whatever you want, fire away. T-shirts is good too. Fire away.